So we're back. It's actually Wednesday. It's not Sunday when I said I would be opening the camera, but you know, I ain't got no explanation. Life be lifing, but we still showing up on the charts for Monday up until today. I ain't find any trades. I've been watching the charts, but it's been mostly consolidation, so I can't place a trade during them times. Today, however, looks like I might get the opportunity to finally place a trade for this week, so I can fill y'all in on the process. And it's a bit earlier, before 9:30 a.m., but I was analyzing before the market opened, and I thought I should just bring y'all in with me along for the process because we get a lot to talk about. So while we analyzing, we'll discuss some stuff. For starters, click the description and you'll see some details about the PAM and copy trading account that Instaforex has. There's actually like a capital protection promotion going on ever since July 31st to August 30th. It's 100% protection. So whatever it is that you deposit, you're joining the PAM or copy trading account. If you're doing manual trading, it does not apply to you. But for the copy trading, it's 100% protection. So you could deposit $100, lose the entire $100, and still have your $100 because of the capital protection. But more about it later on in the video. For right now, let me just analyze the charts. Okay, so right off the bat on US 30 is what we'll start on. I actually did the top down analysis already, but let me just run that through. Starting on the daily chart, zooming all the way out, we can see that US 30 has just been consistently making new highs, higher highs, and just keep going up. So right off the bat, I would love to be bullish, would love to find an opportunity where I can go long. Don't want to be selling with this type of momentum. Dropping onto the 4-hour chart, we can still see the same type of bullish momentum, just with a little bit more detail now. Still don't have that much structure in the immediate price action, but the overall thing could still give us a heads up as to which direction price might want to go. So now just dropping down to the hourly chart, notice there's not that much analysis being done on the daily, 4-hour, or even the hourly chart sometimes. I mostly use these time frames to get a sense of direction, not necessarily where the price might be going in the short term, but where the price has been heading for the long term. Yesterday, the day before that, and maybe the day after today. So on the hourly, I'm able to see a little bit more of the micro movements, the smaller reversals, the smaller lows and highs being broken. And from this point, I'm able to get a sense of where the price might want to go next in the short term. Because the way I look at the charts is it constantly changing direction after reaching certain areas of interest. So for me, those areas of interest would be supply and demand zones, support and resistance zones, any area of liquidity, buy side or sell side, or even fair value gaps. So as we drop down to the lower time frames, we're able to spot these areas of interest and use them to our advantage. So currently on the hourly, we can see that on US 30, the price has actually broken some old lows last night, and these vertical lines are basically the daily separations, and the blue dash would be the New York midnight open. So it's just telling you where the price was when the day started, and it's also showing you where the day starts as well. So I also use that indicator when it comes to manual analysis on the charts. So some food for thought. Ideally, I would like to see the price break this low, which is a low that was formed on Tuesday, the 4th of August at 10 a.m. But if the price does not have strength to break that low, it might want to come back close to the New York midnight open and then start shooting. Or it's also possible that we just tap this fair value gap that was formed before this high was broken. This high is important to me because it was formed before all these lows were broken. So still worth just taking my analysis with a grain of salt, because price could do what it wants to do at the end of the day. My analysis is just so that I have some sense of direction when it comes to the market. So when I lose, I know why I'm losing, and when I win, I know why I'm winning, to replicate. And when I lose, I know what to avoid. So this would be my trading parameters if the price should somehow manage to come back down, touch this fair value gap. So this is the only valid fair value gap that price might want to come back to. It already touched here, but I don't think it might want to go up from just that. Who knows? The only way we can know is by waiting and see. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then when we come over here to NAS 100 on the daily chart, it looks just as bullish, but with a little bit more up and downs with the more recent price action. Dropping down to the 4 hourly, there's definitely a lot more swings, a lot more opportunity to capitalize from the movement, but you still would want to make sure you're on the right side when price is doing what it wants. So on the 4 hourly, we can still see the same bullish momentum, even though we've taken some lows with this swing right here. We then broke right back above these old highs, even though we didn't close above it. So that's food for thought. We broke these lows and then broke the high that was formed before we broke the lows. So this low, and this low, this high was formed before it. We broke and closed above that one. Now it's possible that this is a how much high? Triple high. Even though the price has broken this area, it hasn't broken and closed it. So to me, it's still valid. I believe price may want to come down a little bit before shooting far past this. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. And this is on the 4 hourly. So when we drop down to the hourly and 15 minutes, maybe we'll see some things that will confirm that bias or just make us change it. Coming over here to the hourly chart, we can see the same amount of detail. We can see the price action in a little bit more detail now. What I was likely waiting for is for price to come back down below this low before choosing to go up and breaking all of these older highs. But looking at it on the hourly, this immediate price action here to me looks like consolidation. So before I even set a buy limit or any type of order on NAS, I would love to see us break out of the zone, whether it's above. So I just want to see us break outside of that box. As long as we do that, then I'm going to either look for a full close above and enter long, or a full close below and enter short. Right now, I think I'm avoid NAS 100. Now, jumping over to the gold chart, if we start from the daily analysis top down, gold is also bullish, but in the most recent months or weeks, it's been bearish. So the sentiment is a bit different when it comes to the gold price. Switching to the 4 hour, it looks like the past week has been more bullish, but we're still overall bearish. So that's food for thought. I probably shouldn't be looking for any longs on gold, even though we're short-term bullish up to a point, maybe an area of interest, and then we start heading back to the downside. So it's possible that we get some type of movement like that. I'm not going to be looking for longs, but if I do find an opportunity to short, I won't wait for any type of break up, more so like an impulsive move to the downside and catch the retracement for a further push to the downside. So I'm going to be monitoring the charts, and once I find a trade, I'm going to come back and fill y'all in on how that's going. So we're back, and this week is finished, like completely, and it's Saturday. It's completely done. It's Saturday. I did not get a chance to open back up the camera at all, and this week is kind of worse than last week and the week before that, where I probably made like $8 and $12 in total. This week I ain't made shit. And I ain't made shit. It's not exactly what I would like to come and tell y'all, but it's what I gotta tell y'all because it's the truth. And I keep saying this every time, like I don't find proper trades, or I don't find enough trades, or I don't make enough money at the end of the week, because it's not really y'all I'm telling it to, it's myself. I gotta keep telling myself this. I gotta keep making myself believe that this is the normal way of trading now. I used to do before, if I had 1 week before where me make none, by Monday the new week is either blow me account or I make something. Is the impatience, is the dependence on trading to be the change, make the difference in my life, and either make the big bag this week or make it next week or lose all, when in reality it don't gotta be like that. Because when you take the whole risk it all and done mindset, you don't see progress. You don't actually grow this account to that point or learn what to actually do. You're just gambling. You're just putting in money and hoping that it goes up or hoping that it goes down. One or two times you might actually be right. you might actually be on the side that the market wants to go and you make some money, but them 1 and 2 times is actually really, really bad for you. Like, it's best you don't win at all. Like, it's best you go for 10 weeks straight trying to 10x your account and lose every single soul in time, because then you're never gonna actually want to keep doing it. Or if you keep losing, your chances of wanting to do it again is less likely. But if every 5 times you do it you lose and then you win, you multiply your earnings, then you're gonna want to do it. You're gonna say, okay, if I lose this 4 times, on the 5th time I might actually win, and let me just risk it. Before you know it, you lost far more money than you actually gain in trading. And that's not how it's supposed to be, you know? It's supposed to be not necessarily growing an account, because I hear people talking about growing 100 into 5,000 or 10,000 and stuff like that, and it's not realistic. Not because of the fact that it cannot be done, it can be done, but 99.9% of the persons depositing $100 into their account to grow it cannot afford to let that $100 grow. So that's why it's impossible. It's not that the 100 can't grow. It obviously can. If you had $1 million and you put $100 into your account, trust me, even if it takes 10 years, it will grow and you will see it grow. But now ask yourself, are you the type of person that has $100 and that will sit and watch it grow for 10 years? That is where the impossible part comes from. That is why it's hard. That's why it's difficult, which is why we focus on growing our accounts by ourselves. So if we have a job, if we have funds from family, if we have funds from savings, or Guyanese do Baxan and Penny Bank and all these different things, wherever you get your money from, put it into your trading account and watch that money work for you. Don't come into trading thinking that, alright, I gotta make a big bag 1 week, I just gotta deposit this little money, I just gotta put a $30 in this week, then another $30 in the other week, then another $30 in the other week, and just keep trying to make the $30 come 300. No, instead, put 30 in this week, trade. If you get $3 profit, $3 last, done trade. You know, the next week again you put another 30. Now if you win the $3, you're trading with $63. You understand? If not, you're trading with $57. And then the other week you do the same thing. It's just $3. By the end of the week you add in $30. Before you know it, that $30 account is a $300 account and you're making $30 a week. Before you know it again, the $300 account is a $3,000 account and you're making $300 a week. So you just gotta change your approach when it comes to the charts. For me, I am still adding funds to my trading balance, but I am also more focused on not trying to make everything out of one trade or 1 week. You understand? That is a difficult thing for me, because before I would always want to end the week with something, but again, the desire to end the week with profit is what made me lose more profit. So I ain't chasing it, I ain't running it down. If it come, it come. If not, then, you know, and I'm recording every minute of it, sharing the raw experience, so maybe somebody else could. It doesn't have to be the same thing, but, you know, you could apply this knowledge in your own way that would help you as well. So that's that. But yeah, man, this weekend with $0, I ain't one just talk for this whole video, so I'm gonna cut it here. That'll be it for this one. It's Saturday, is the end of the week, $0 and 0 cents profit, but we still strong at it, still trading. I still showed up this week. I analyzed, I was on the charts, but I didn't find anything, and that's always good sometime, you know. So we just recharge and come back again fresh next week.
Bye, have a great time.
This shit, I'm out.